Welcome back to Strange Form. Today, we are going to be looking at G.I. Joe Classified 110, the 788th H.I.S.S fire team, the intended support crew for the giant HasLab H.I.S.S tank. As you can see, the artwork is designed to accent the aforementioned H.I.S.S box art, and I really like the digital schematic style character profiles on the back. I'm very much going to miss the flashy artwork on both the exterior and interior, as I get the feeling that the newer window box versions are not going to have a character portrait behind the figure, but maybe they will find a new way to make the packaging interesting, like fixing the QR code launching page. But let's slice the tape and see how these things look in person. Right off, the paint applications are spectacular. Technically, these are all repaints with previously used accessories, as even the rocket launcher blast effects are the ones that were found in the scrap iron set. So other than a few small sculpted differences, you're basically getting figures that you've already gotten before, but in a completely new color scheme. And that's where these things shine. I actually appreciate the red and black over their original blue or Python Patrol color schemes. Hasbro has always softened the blow of repaint figures by having incredibly accurate paint applications. No cross-eyed Batmans here. We also have the last of the loot crates. Unless the as-yet disclosed 111th figure is still in plastic-free packaging, this may be the last time we see the cardboard weapons crate. As from 112 Mutton Junkyard onward, we will have the accessories prominently displayed rather than packaged separately. Unfortunately, we don't get the usual black and white character portraits we've come to expect with the windowless boxes, but everything else is in proper order. I don't know about you, but I will never look at these guys and not think Mortal Kombat. Heck, I would actually love to see Hasbro do a Mortal Kombat line in the classified style. Now, I'm not going to go through articulation, as it's identical to both the tank crew and the original paint scheme versions of these figures. So if you're curious about the articulation, watch the H.I.S.S driver part of my tank review. When releasing repaints, every so often Hasbro throws something new into the mix, a new accessory or something, but not here. That being said, I will reiterate how much I appreciate this paint scheme. With everyone free, let's take a look at their accessories. Though there are 3 of these little Subway sandwich wrapping pouches, the accessories inside don't seem to be specific to any one figure. So if you need to know what belongs to who, you have to look at the character details on the back of the box. And on a side note, are you guys excited about the return of plastic packaging? Or was the windowless design growing on you? Let me know in the comments. Here we have the Range Viper's heavy machine gun. I do like the fact that Hasbro has put the longer weapons in cardboard sleeves, which helps these pieces not get terribly warped in transit. Next we have the Range Viper's backpack, which has some good microcolor details. The Infantry Soldier's rocket carrier backpack, the Range Viper's grenade launcher, the Range Viper and Cobra Officer's handguns, respectively, the Cobra Officer's battle rifle with removable magazine, the Cobra Officer's SMG also with removable magazine, the Range Viper's battle axe pickaxe combo, the Range Viper's sai, the Cobra Officer's knife, the short rocket launcher effect, and of course the long rocket launcher effect, the rocket launcher, as well as the rockets, the rocket launcher end cap, and Cobra Officer's rifle holster backpack, a Cobra infantry and officer helmet, and 9 different blast effects, which are the same ones found with the Valkyrie set, but with a blue hue instead of the orange highlights. And lastly, the Range Viper's bandolier and bandana. Though we've seen all of these accessories before, it's not a bad loadout. Still, for around $80 and $90 with tax and shipping, I would have liked to have seen at least something new. Though I really do like the color scheme, it does feel a little cash grabby. At some point, I think I might actually sit down and make a list of how many repaints there actually are in the line, and how many shared accessories. I mean, they released a standard Tunnel Rat and then a Night Force version just a few months apart. This is a nice looking group, but come on Hasbro, you could spring for a few flamethrowers or something. I will say that I absolutely love the rocket launcher effect. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't come with the Snow Serpent. These complaints aside, $20 fully articulated 1/12 scale figures have no business looking as good as the classifieds often do close up. As long as they keep up this quality, I will probably continue to begrudgingly buy these repaints. Cobra H.I.S.S Range Viper. Now the Range Viper is identical to his previous release, but of course with the black and red color scheme definitely lending a more aggressive feel. The previous release does have black pants though, and I have half a mind to swap out the 2 bottom sections to create a fully black outfit with red accents. as the classified figures are surprisingly simple to mix and match. One of the things that I have appreciated about this line from the get-go is that the figures are often in line with their character stats and height differences. The Range Viper, supposedly being 6'3", comes in decidedly taller than his companions, and with a backpack that holds an axe, grenade launcher, and holster, as well as a sheath for his handgun and a loop holder for his sai. This figure can actually be displayed carrying every one of his accessories, something that's true of all three of these figures, which is nice because I'm going to display them riding on the outside of the tank. So my verdict on this one is that it's actually better than the original. Role: Environmental Specialist, Level 3. Gear: Launcher, Level 2. Skill and Mastery: Explosives, Level 2. Skill and Mastery: Recon, Level 3. Cobra Hiss Officer. If you've got a couple of Cobra infantry figures, this one is not going to be too terribly exciting. I kind of wish that the accent color was a different red or black as opposed to the light gray, but overall he's a good looking figure. His accessories are basically what comes with the Valkyries, but with a backpack holster rather than a larger backpack. He's a cross between the Python Patrol officers and Classified number 37, with the gauntlets of Classified 24. I like the big 788 on the helmet, but find him a little bit more boring than the other two. Plus, I think he looks kind of like he's wearing women's underwear on his face. Again, I don't love the light gray accents, but it doesn't bug me enough to give the figure a bad review. So in short, this one is the weakest in the group, and I would like to have seen some unique accessories, and wish they went with a darker color scheme for the boots and gloves and face mask, but I'm happy to have him aboard the tank nonetheless. Let me know in the comments section which one of the fire team members is your favorite, and do the repaints bug you, or are they just par for the course with the line? As an aside, Hasbro didn't seem to think much of this figure either, as they gave him all level 1 stats. Role: Leader, Level 1. Gear: Light Weapons, Level 1. Skill and Mastery: Hand-to-hand Combat, Level 1. Skill and Mastery: Sabotage, Level 1. Cobra Hiss Infantry. Now this figure, on the other hand, I think ticks all the boxes. The color scheme is near perfect, and the rocket launcher accessory is one of the cooler classified weapons, though I do wish he came with a sidearm such as the one I'm posing him with here, but with the Valiverse tin of guns, I've got plenty of extras. In the end, it's the rocket launcher and blast effects that really make this figure sing. From the fact that you can pose him loading the rockets into the tube, to blasting them at a quickly approaching dragonfly. This one is the kind of figure that I would have scrambled to get in the toy store back in the 80s, as I love functional accessories such as these. Heck, other than not giving him a sidearm or knife, I don't think that I have any complaints about this one. From the thick tactical vest to the side pouch to the mostly black outfit, this one looks like he's ready for the kind of war that the HISS tank is going to bring, and a tank crewman who can deal with aerial threats would definitely be a valued member. And with 2 different blast effects, you can have him dealing with threats both near and far. On top of that, you can even place one of the blast effects on the back, as seen here, blowing the rear cap off the thing. Role: Foot Soldier, Level 1. Gear: Launcher, Level 1. Skill and Mastery: Hand-to-hand Combat, Level 1. Skill and Mastery: Sabotage, Level 1. Now that we've taken a look at the whole crew, let's integrate them into tank duties, shall we? There aren't a whole lot of peg holes on the HISS, but there are several hand grips and large rails, so I've easily been able to fit all 6 figures on the tank. And if you put 1 more in the troop carrier and 2 more sitting across the back bench, the HISS supports a whopping 9 figures. More, I guess, if you're stacking bodies like cordwood in the troop carrier cavity. So close to what the Vanguard is purporting, but with the added bonus of not looking like a clown car on its way to soccer practice. Honestly, I can't wait for the Techno Viper and missile trailer to fully kit out this thing. I hope the Vamp is fast because it doesn't have a chance going toe-to-toe with this crew. So my closing thoughts are that the fire team is a bit of a cash grab, but interesting enough to be my preferred paint scheme for most of these figures. I would have liked to have seen some unique accessories, and don't understand what makes this one more expensive than the standard 3-figure sets, but it's nothing that's a massive deterrent. I would say that if you've got the tank, these are worth having, and if they were to go on sale, they would definitely be worth picking up. Now in closing, I hope you enjoyed this follow-up to the HasLab H.I.S.S tank review, and will help the channel grow by engaging with my content. Strange Forms signing off. And remember, Never stop collecting.